Hello friends, I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, so today we're going to be working on this Insul-Vac. My neighbor here, he does commercial power cleaning, and you know, he cleans out ductwork and so on and so forth. So I'm imagining this is for cleaning out ductwork. Right here is the inlet. It sucks in, and then they have it marked here where you put the bag on here and it collects all the dirt and waste and all that. So it looks to me like, by looking at the engine, I know it's a Briggs and Stratton. It looks like an 8 horsepower engine. Now he hasn't had this running in a few years. I don't know how many years, I forgot to ask. First thing we're gonna have to do here is replace the pull cord. So I don't know anything else going on with this. It has gas in it, but this time I'm going to take the tank off and pour the gas into a clear container. Now another thing I forgot to ask him is if he added gas to this, but I don't think he did, because how would you know, you can't start it up with a pull cord like that on it. So what I'm going to do is, I just figured out a way. Since this sticks out like this is too heavy to put on my table. I could tell that already. So I put 2 crates here, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to nose it onto these crates here, and the first thing we're going to do is we'll take the recoiler off and replace that bad starter pull cord that's on there now. I checked the oil's full, and then we'll take it from there. We'll see if it runs. I'll see if it runs after I pull the tank off and everything. We'll see if it'll start up, and then I'm pretty sure, since this has a downflow fuel line on it and it always has gas in the carburetor, so I think we're definitely going to take the carburetor apart on this one and clean it out for sure. Okay, so there's 4 bolts to hold the recoiler on, which this is a good idea because you used to have to take off the whole engine shroud here in order to work on the recoiler, but this is pretty easy. So we're going to be using a 5/16 socket, and we're going to take these 4 bolts out, and then I'll bring you over to the table. We'll replace the rope in here. Now I just use the socket driver to get the rest of it. I'll get the bolts out with the socket driver here, which is quicker to do. Since he stores this next door to me while I have this cover off, I'm going to take some air and blow it in there, because he has the same mouse nest problems that occur around here. Okay, let me get you over to the table and we'll put the new rope in. Okay, so I have this little screwdriver here that fits right up there nicely, and because once you pull the cord out and this is recoiled all the way, you're going to want to stop this from spinning. So I'm going to take it out for now, and then we're just going to pull all the rope out, and hopefully we can get it all out. It's already stuck. It's kind of stuck in here. If I just start spinning this, I might be able to get it dislodged. See, I just got all furled up here. Now it's not allowing me to pull the cord out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut the cord here and see if I can fish it out. Yeah, let's see what we got going here. See if I can fish it out this way, maybe. I'll just keep pulling this out here like that. Because what it is, it's not fitting through the hole anymore because it's got all bunched up here. So that's all you do, is just lift it up like I did and just keep pulling it out like I'm doing here. This seems to be, let's start doing some cutting here. Okay, so it's all away at the end here. So I'm just going to take the needle nose pliers. I hope you can still see all this. I'm just going to take the needle nose pliers and pull this up where it's knotted here. And I'm going to cut this. I'm going to stick the screwdriver in there now so it doesn't recoil on us. This way it's easier to work on that way. And I'm just going to cut this off here. And then you can pull all your rope out. You just cut whatever else you got to cut. This came apart pretty bad. It's intertwined all over the place here. So. Okay, so that's all out. Alright, I'm going to get the new package of rope. I'm most likely going to use this pull start handle here because it's made a lot better than the one they give you. It's a pretty, stout handle here. So in the meantime, I'm going to get this handle out and I'll get ready to install a new rope in there. This part here is pretty easy. You just want to take a thin screwdriver and just cut it in between here, and you can just pull this right out like so. And then how the heck does a rope tie in there? Look at that. How do you like that? I never saw that before. I don't know if this comes apart in here or I guess once you've used this, that's it, you're cooked. Oh no, here it is. Oh, what am I thinking? Okay, there's a slot. There's a notch in here, a slot. And then you could just pull the rope out and you're ready to put your new rope in. I was going to say, that's weird that thing's just sealed like that. Can't be. You have to be able to get the rope in there somehow. Okay, so I just wound up the coil a little bit. And this is where the rope is going to go through here, and then it's going to come out this hole here. Okay, and then you're going to tie your knot in here once you get the rope through. You don't want to over tighten these. You go around a little bit and then just back it off to where this and the hole lines up. And I'll stick that little screwdriver in here so it doesn't recoil on us. When I used to do customer repair, I used to buy the starter rope by the roll. But since I don't do that anymore, I just buy it as I need it. And this seems to be, pretty good rope. It's nylon rope. And it's, what is this? SH-483. And it's like $5. So if you buy the roll, it's a lot cheaper to buy it that way. As far as these handles go, if the handle is in really bad shape, I'll use these handles. But otherwise, if the original handle's good, I'll use the original handle. In this case, the original handle's good. So I'll uncrate this, and then we'll get on with putting the rope in. Okay, so for this part here, this was already burned, and it was like, once you burn this with a Bic lighter, you could flatten this out a little bit, which I had to do, because they did burn the end. But I couldn't get it up past through where I'm going to show you now. So what you're going to do is take your Bic lighter and just light the end and just work it out this way. And yes, I burn my fingers like 99% of the time when I do this because I don't have patience. But You don't want to get it too hot. Just get it hot enough to where you can straighten this out, and you're actually almost putting a point on here. And then you can take your rope, and then you can just pass it through the hole here, which it's going through nicely. And you want to have your needle nose pliers on standby too, okay? Because now you can take your needle nose pliers and just feed it through the rest of the way here. If I can get it through the hole. I'm working at a bad angle, but I'm doing it so you can see what's going on. Should be able to pass that right through. Sorry about that, everybody. So now you can take your needle nose pliers and just feed it on through, and then you can pull it. Sometimes I just tie the knot before I even start doing that on this side, and I'm just going to tie a double knot. I like to double knot it because this rope here is pretty thin, so I'm just going to make a quick. I'll make one knot here. I mean, they give you plenty extra rope, and I'm just going to pull it tight here with a pair of pliers or needle nose or whatever you're using for the job here. And then I'll just put another knot in there because I like the double knot. I put these together before, and I just put a single knot in there, and I've had them come apart. So that's the last thing you want to do when you're doing customer repairs. So when you put your other knot in here, just have it go over this one knot that you put in, and then when you tighten it up, it'll be good. If you do it below here, then you'll have two knots in here, and then you'll have to cut it and then start over again. So I'm pretty happy with this knot that I made here now. So then you're going to take your rope and you're going to pull it all the way through here. You can cut some of this excess off, and once you cut the excess off, take your pick lighter and just do like I told you before. So you're just going to pull this out a little bit. I always like to have a decent, not too much, but a decent amount hanging there. And these cutting pliers are shot because I think they're about 30 years old now. So I think it's time to get a new pair. So then just take your Bic lighter and just heat it up here like this, and then you can just bunch it up. That's not working out too well. I have to heat it up more. Okay, that's good. I'm happy with that. Okay, now you don't want to put your handle on yet. What you're going to do now is you're going to pull that screwdriver out, the little one that was holding it, and just go slow with it, because if you let this go, it's just going to bunch up in here, and then you're going to have a world of problems again. So just take your time with it. Put a little tension on there. Yes, I've let go of the rope by accident and it went flying, and I had to do the whole thing over again, but we're going to try not to do that today. Still quite a bit of tension on here. I think I'm going to stop it about there. Let's see how it feels. If that'll retract all the way in like that, then that's good. Alright, so I'm going to stick that screwdriver in here so this thing doesn't go whipping around and flying again, you know, so it doesn't recoil on you. And then we're going to tie the handle back on. So, like I said before, I heated this up and I put a point on here, and you're going to pass it up through the bottom hole here. And then you're going to grab your needle nose pliers, and then you can grab hold of the rope right here. It worked before, but now it doesn't want to do it, so you know, it's the usual. Okay, I got it. So you want to go up here with it. And I'm pretty sure I did something wrong. As a matter of fact, I'm positive I did something wrong. You want to stick this part in first. I show all my mistakes, this way you don't make them. And I think I'm going to pull some more rope out here, because there is plenty of rope in there. And you want to make sure you have enough rope to work with. And I hope you're still in view here. Yeah, I think you pretty much are for a change. Alright, now you want to do this part here. Now it'll probably take a half hour on camera to do this part again. When you have good hands and you don't have arthritis and everything like I'm suffering, you'll be able to do it a lot quicker than I'm doing it. Good news for you. Okay. That kind of just came right through by pushing the rope up. I guess it got used to being bent that way or whatever. So sometimes putting two, yeah, I'm definitely going to put 2 knots in this as well. It's the same thing as I did before. Just take your pliers, make sure you have a great knot on there, and then put another knot in there. Still need to feed more rope out, because with the way my fingers are, I'm having a really hard time trying to make a knot. So, and like I said, don't worry, you have plenty of rope going into the recoiler here to pull start it. So I just put my knot in there. Make sure it's up above the knot you made. Take your pliers, pull it tight. Since I heated this up and put the point, oh no, I want to cut a little bit off, I think. I don't think I want to leave all that on. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm going to cut some off this here and just heat it up with the lighter again. If you have something that cuts good, then you don't have to go too crazy. Now I cut that a little less than I would like to, but that knot's not going anywhere. It'll be fine. Once in a Home Depot, I bought some cheap, it was purple rope. So I figured I would try that. And what happened was, I had 3 comebacks. The rope, after a while, would just start to fray. Some of them broke. So make sure you buy rope that's made for doing what we're doing here. And then you're just going to want to take this and just stick it right back in here. And it'll click in. And then you can take your little screwdriver here or any screwdriver, and you're going to want to just push this knot in here a little more. I probably could have single knotted this, but I don't trust it, you know, ever since I had a problem a few times. Okay, so it's all back together. Okay, take your screwdriver out, and it recoils beautifully. And that's it. And now we'll just go ahead and put this back on. Okay, so sometimes on these machines, This recoiler was fine the way it was on here, and you could just pull start it this way. Sometimes on certain machines, it's in a ridiculous place, you know, but you can rotate this to wherever you're comfortable starting up a machine, anywhere you want, you know. Like mini bikes, for example, you want to be sitting on your bike and be able to pull it straight up. Sometimes mini bikes come and are like this, and then you're pulling behind you. It's like crazy, but you could adjust these. That's what I like about these also, that these recoilers come off with 4 bulbs. So, okay, I'm going to bolt this thing back up, and we're going to make sure that it'll work somewhat. And then after I get these in, I want to tighten them up with this, and then I'll go over it with the 1/4" ratchet and make sure they're really tight. And I think we're going to end this one here. It'll be part 1, because in part 2 we're going to take the gas tank off and dump it out into a clear container, and we're going to definitely clean out the carburetor on this. And I'm going to it's going to be a full service on this, and I'll change the oil on it too while I'm at it. That's beautiful. That's great. That's just how you want it. Holy shit. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. You believe that thing started up? I didn't expect that to start up in a million years. Maybe he did pour fresh gas in it and then he tried to start it. Here's the kill switch, by the way, and I wasn't thinking where it was, and I knew where it was before. Should we just start this thing up and see if it runs? Maybe we won't end this one right here yet. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we know it has spark, obviously, and it's getting fuel. I have to ask him when the last time he had this thing running was, because that'll all depend on everything here. I'm definitely going to change the oil on it, and since it started up that way, I know it's going to start up this way. Now this has a wing nut on it to control the throttle. And if I loosen the wing nut, then it's down at idle. So we're just going to start it up like this, and I'm going to leave the choke off. Let's see if she'll start. I got the gas turned on again. So, yeah, it even started up with the gas shut off. So let's see what happens here with that. That thing sounds like an airplane jet, you know? I mean, that's made very well. And it's running very good too. So I'm going to put a couple of shots of seafoam in that. And I'm going to question him about the gasoline, whether it was empty, because he just started messing around with these a couple of days ago. He has a couple other machines that we have to look at too. I don't know if they're video worthy. This one almost wasn't, but at least I got to show everybody how to put the starter pull cord in. And until next time, I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one, and make sure to stay safe.